Oh, sweet.
So my name is Lila Garcelon, and I'm here doing hair and makeup today for the Listen Down.
Where are we? What town?
We are in Portland, Maine, at the Snug.
In order to illuminate this guy at the end of the bar here, I'm just going to set up a light on a reflector, and the reflector will stay out of shot. And we'll get a little punch on him in the background, and the foreground will take care of itself with the daylight.
About 3 years ago, I had some new neighbors move in. So this one night, when these new neighbors moved in, they were downstairs pleasuring each other in adult ways. I woke up because my bed was shaking. It was like literally rocking back and forth. It was startling because at first I thought it was an earthquake, but it wasn't an earthquake. It was just my neighbors, having some fun. So that's when I got the story idea, was actually that very night, the very first night that happened.
So my name is Roberto Mighty. I'm director of photography for Listen Down, a film written, directed, and starring Tim Willett. And we're shooting a pivotal scene when the audience sees the romantic lead heroine for the first time, and then establishes a relationship and connection between Kevin, who is the romantic lead in this rom-com, and this other fellow, Finn, who is his rival for the affections of Veronica.
The story goes like this. You have this schlub that lives upstairs on the third floor who is into electronics. He has no social life whatsoever. So one night he hears his neighbors having sex, so he decides to go to his local Radio Shack and build a analog type listening device out of a lobster pot with circuit boards and soldering and stuff like that. And eventually he builds this listening device, which has a character of its own really in the film. Eventually he becomes so dissatisfied with this that he's confronted with the reality of the relationship and the reality of the listening device. And that's sort of where things unravel. The thing is like the crew is trusting you to have a vision and to also have things organized and written properly.
We're heading back, sorry.
I have 22 scenes here. They're shot on 4 different days. There's only 3 locations, but with the 22 scenes, it becomes incredibly confusing. So, you kind of let go of a lot of control when you're acting and directing. And I think it's really important to surround yourself around good people.
You need that washer for this thing. I'm just gonna leave.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah, okay, see you later.
I'll see you later. What I found is I had to give up a lot of control over to my DP, director of photography, Roberto Mighty, and he's been absolutely brilliant. Like without his help, this film never would have come to fruition.
Could you bounce maybe an Ari off the ceiling?
Absolutely.
We don't necessarily need to shoot that scene with me putting crap on, you know what I mean?
I had some friends in the main film scene. Roger McCord, of course. He did a great job with a lot of the macro shots that you'll see in the beginning of the film. They're spectacular. The lighting crew was absolutely amazing. So they were able to just use the lights in a way where we didn't have to worry about the camera like blowing out.
Can you see well, you can't see, never mind.
It worked well because the lighting people knew what they were doing. I'm partially clothed through the whole thing, and I'm also editing and looking at the dailies and stuff like that. And what I've noticed is I've become incredibly self-conscious of my body. It does strange things to your thinking. Like I'm looking at my body going, oh my God, look, you need to lose some weight or stand up straight or shave that back. I think probably women in our culture have, they have a lot more pressure with their bodies than men do, to you know, sculpt and craft a certain way. And so I don't know, I guess I'm a little more sensitive to people's looks and body image after doing this piece. Yeah, narcissism, you know, and reflecting upon yourself and just microanalyzing yourself. And it hasn't, I don't think it's been probably the most healthy choice I could make. We're gonna have a premiere probably in May in Portland and in Boston. And then we'll see it at some festivals around the country and around the world. We're done.
There's someone for me somewhere, and I still miss someone.
Yeah, something like that.